I'm Tina, 18 years old, as I pack for college. My mind keeps drifting back to one unforgettable Christmas Eve, the night everything changed. That was the moment I finally stood up for myself and stepped out from my family's shadow. We're a big family. My parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, work hard but are usually too busy to notice me. My sister Lily is 13 years older, married, and has 3 little kids. Ever since they were born, my birthdays have been swallowed up by Christmas. I've always been the one people forget. Maybe it's because I was born on December 24th, right when the Christmas madness hits. I'd sit in my room, flipping through old books, remembering birthdays that never really felt like mine. My phone, a slow old thing, froze constantly. I've been asking for a new one forever, but my parents never listened. Meanwhile, Lily always got what she wanted. When she needed a laptop for work, it showed up the same week. My best friend Mia had been telling me for months that I needed to take control of my own life. Then, 2 weeks before my 18th birthday, she came running into the cafeteria, out of breath and glowing. "Tina, my parents are going out of town for Christmas, and they said we can use the house for your birthday," she yelled. I just stared at her, shocked. A real birthday party just for me? It felt impossible. "Are you serious?" I asked, still in disbelief, but underneath the excitement, I was scared to tell my parents. They'd probably forget it was even my birthday. Mia wasn't having it. "We're doing this," she said firmly. "Your first real birthday party. We'll figure out your parents later." Something inside me lit up for the first time. I believed her. I smiled and whispered, "Let's do it." When December 24th finally came, the driveway filled with cars. Uncle David and Aunt Grace arrived with their 4 kids. Then Lily showed up with her 3. Mom's voice echoed through the house, "Tina, help with the decorations." I came downstairs to a sea of Christmas lights and music, but not one thing hinted that it was also my birthday. Lily handed over a pile of presents for her kids and said, "Tina, can you watch them while we get everything ready?" It wasn't really a question. For hours, I hung decorations, cooked, cleaned, and chased toddlers. Not one person mentioned my birthday. No happy birthday, not even a smile. When it was time to exchange gifts, Dad handed me a small, badly wrapped package. "Merry Christmas," he mumbled, not even looking at me. Inside was an old-fashioned hat, something I'd never asked for. I forced a smile and thanked him, but my heart ached. Then Lily added, "Tina, you're always wanting expensive stuff. Be grateful for what you have. And can you take the kids upstairs? The adults need to cook." Something inside me broke. I muttered that I needed to run to the store for fruit punch. Mom sighed, "Fine, just hurry." I went upstairs, changed into the black dress I'd hidden under my bed, grabbed my bag, and walked out. No one noticed I was gone. Mia's house felt like another universe. Balloons filled the living room and a big banner read, "Happy 18th birthday, Tina." About 15 of my friends were there, cheering when I walked in. My friend Jake came over with an envelope. "Mia told us about your phone," he said. Inside was enough money to buy a new one. I was stunned for the first time. It felt like this day actually belonged to me. But then, my old phone started buzzing nonstop. Dozens of missed calls and messages from Mom and Lily. At first, they were furious. But the last message read, "Tina, please just let us know you're safe." I called home. Mom's voice was sharp and panicked. "Tina, where are you? You've ruined Christmas." I took a breath. "Mom, what day is it?" I asked. Silence. "It's Christmas Eve," she finally said. "It's also my 18th birthday," I said quietly. "Did you even remember?" The line went silent again. I told her I was with friends who actually did remember, and that I wasn't coming home tonight. The next 2 days at Mia's were pure peace. We watched movies, ate pizza, stayed up laughing. But every so often my phone buzzed with messages from home. By the second day, Mom apologized and said they wanted to talk. Lily, on the other hand, called me selfish. When Mia's parents got back, her mom hugged me and said gently, "Sweetheart, I think your parents are ready to talk now." I knew it was time to go back. When I walked into the house, the air felt heavy and tense. Mom, Dad, and Lily were sitting in the living room, waiting. Mom's eyes were red. "Tina, we need to talk," she said softly. Dad asked if I was okay, and for the first time, I could hear real concern in his voice. Lily, though, looked furious. "You ruined Christmas," she snapped. I had to handle everything and take care of all the kids alone. Before I could say anything, Mom turned to her. "Lily, they're your children. It was never Tina's job to babysit them every holiday." Lily's mouth fell open. She tried to defend herself, but Dad added she never had a choice. We never gave her one. I sat down and finally said everything I'd been holding in. How it felt to be ignored year after year, to get last-minute gifts because no one remembered it was my birthday. Mom started crying, admitting she'd never realized how much it hurt. Lily crossed her arms and said I was overreacting. If you're going to take her side, I won't bring the kids anymore, she shouted. Mom stood her ground. This isn't about you, Lily. Lily stormed out, slamming the door. Dad sighed and said they wanted to do better, to be part of my life, help with college, and make sure my birthdays were celebrated properly. I couldn't hold back my tears. I told them I loved my nephews but needed my own life too. Mom nodded. You deserve that, she said quietly. After Christmas, things really did start to change. Mom began asking about my day and actually listened. Dad came to my debate competition in January, and Mom told me my English teacher called to say I was one of the best in class. They even asked to read my essay on family. Lily was still distant. She hadn't brought the kids since Christmas. But Mom said they miss me. I missed them too, though I didn't regret finally standing up for myself in early spring. Mom decorated the dining room with streamers and balloons to celebrate my college acceptance letters. We owe years of real celebrations, she said. Then one day, I got a message from Lily. Can we talk, just us? We met at a coffee shop. She looked exhausted and unsure. She admitted that what Mom said on Christmas made her realize the kids were her responsibility. She apologized for taking advantage of me and forgetting my birthdays. We talked for an hour about how she felt hurt when they took my side and how I'd felt invisible for so long. By the end, something between us had healed. When the college letters arrived, Mom threw a real party. Lily came with the kids, and this time, she took care of them herself. Mom smiled and said, next year, your birthday will be all yours, even if it's on Christmas Eve. Now, as I look around my room filled with letters and memories, I know I'm not invisible anymore. It took time, but I finally found my voice and my place in the world.